Ted, even though Ted's kind of having a lot of self-doubt this episode, he's having a kind of a crisis of
Hmm.
conscience that he gets through, and I think he's in a better place by the end after he has that conversation with his son. And I don't know, maybe we should just play it. I
You just
brought
want
it
to
up
just
too.
go ahead and go into. Okay,
Yeah,
well, go ahead and go into
pull
it.
up that clip.
Hey, big guy. You know I don't like being away from you, right?
Yeah.
And that I'd only ever do it for something really important, something I believe in, yeah?
Yeah.
And do you understand why I'm still here?
Of course. To win the whole thing.
Well, now don't forget, winning ain't everything.
Yeah, Dad, but you gotta try, right?
No, you're absolutely right. We always have to try.
Good.
His son's dropping some truth bombs on him.
He is. Well, he is Ted Lasso's kid, so I'm sure he's going to grow up to be a wise type again. But it's like, so I get where Ted's coming from. Like, you spend 6 weeks with your boy, your total dad time, and then you have to send him back across the ocean, and it's like, what? Like, why? You have like an existential crisis, basically. It's
Yeah.
like, what am I doing here? Why am I doing this? It seems like nobody has faith in us, right? That everybody's quoting the team as finishing last for the
Oh, even
season.
Paddington Bear doesn't believe in him. 0 marmalade sandwiches.
Right. And Ted, who's always been kind of rock solid thus far, as far as like what his purpose is and what he's doing, he's shook throughout most of this episode. And it takes that I think it seems like by the end, after his confidence comes back, after his son kind of reminds him that you have to try. I think that was a good conversation for him.
Yeah, but I hope it doesn't. I hope there's two underlying stories within the story this year.
Yeah.
Rebecca's stress about not wanting to finish last.
Right.
I want that because she got so confident in season 2 and 3. Or at season 2, it's like she almost overcompensated for how almost insecure she was in season 1 about the whole situation. So maybe a step back for her a little bit and realize, you know what? She doesn't want to lose a team. She doesn't want to be relegated. She doesn't want to be laughed at. So that puts a little more pressure on Ted. And Ted, in this whole episode, he was like, why are we here? He's asked Beard that. I mean, that was really the underlying question for him the whole way. Even when he was laughing at his press conference. I mean, I'm so dumb. How dumb are you? You know, those type of things. And I mean, we see everyone, embracing him.
Right.
But there's always going to be that self-doubt.
Yeah, and I got that. Even during his time where he was taking the guys to the sewer, I mean, that field trip, that was kind of classic Ted Lasso stuff, getting his team to think about things in a certain way,
Just out of the box.
Yeah, thinking outside the box, right? And then during the presser, right, like just kind of like the self-deprecation. But it's funny because there's a grain of truth in those things. You know what I mean? Like he knows how people see him, and I'm worried that like it's kind of how he sees himself right now.